Hi, welcome back to QA Crackers. In last session, we learned about SDLC, which is the process of software development. Now we will discuss about SDLC models. SDLC models represent the development process with basic phases and activities remain same among all SDLC models. There are many models of SDLC, but we are going to learn some important SDLC model. Waterfall model, V model, spiral model, iterative incremental model, Big Bang model and agile model. Waterfall model. It is very first model used in SDLC. It is also known as the linear sequential model. Outcome of one phase is the input for the next phase. Development of next phase starts after previous phase is complete. Requirements are gathered and analyzed before starting system design. The SRS document is requirement phase output and fed into system design phase. In this phase, architecture and design documents are produced as input for next phase. During implementation of coding, its resulting of software serves as input for the testing phase. During testing, code is examined for defect to ensure software quality. Defect go through logging, retesting and regression until software is live. Code is deployed to production after customer approval. Maintenance resolve any production issues. Advantages of waterfall model. The waterfall model is straightforward with clearly defined phases completely sequentially. Deliverable well defined, making the project easy to manage. Disadvantages. Waterfall model is not suitable for short-term projects with uncertain requirements, as it is time consuming and requires each phase to complete before starting next. Changes in later stage can lead to higher cost. V model. V model is also known as verification and validation model. In this model, development and testing goes parallel. V model and waterfall model are the same except that test planning and testing starts at early stage in V model. Verification phase. It is review of code without execution, evaluating the product development phase against specified requirements. In requirement analysis, information is collected and verified by reviewing the requirements. System design involves creating architecture and documenting product components after requirement clear. High level design outline modules architecture specified in interaction between module. Low level design outline structure of individual components. Coding, it is developing the code. Validation phase. Validation tests the code to determine if it meets customer requirement and involve functional and non-functional analysis techniques. Unit testing. In unit testing, low-level design phase detect defect early and it is done by developer using test cases on individual components. Integration testing involves testing integrated modules using test cases in the high-level design phase. Testers are responsible for conducting this type of testing. System testing. In system testing, system design phase tests the entire system thoroughly. Acceptance testing. It is performed on-site during the requirement analysis. Advantages. The V model is ideal for small projects with clearly defined requirements. Systematic and disciplined model for high quality products. Disadvantages. V model is not suitable for ongoing projects. Later stage changes are expensive. Spiral model. The spiral model uses iterative and prototype method with phases occurring in each iteration. Loops model is SDLC process phase. Gather information and document it create software requirement document for next phase. In risk analysis, the optimal solution is chosen for potential risk by creating a prototype. For instance, slow data access could be risk for remote database access. Build a prototype of the data access subsystem to resolve the risk. Once risk analysis is done, then coding and testing are done. Customer reviews and plan for the next system iteration. Advantages: risk analysis is extensively done on prototype model. Enhancement or changes can be made in the next iteration. Disadvantages: spiral model is suited for large projects but costly due to multiple iteration and longer development time. Iterative incremental model. The incremental model segments the product into smaller parts such as implementing selected features in each iteration. Iteration go through requirement analysis, designing, coding and testing without detailed planning. After completion of iteration, the product is verified and delivered to the customer for feedback. The feedback is incorporated into next iteration with newly added features. Product increment occurs with each iteration until the final build includes all features. Inception phase. Inception phase defines project requirements and scope. Elaboration phase. It delivers working product architecture, addresses risk and meets non-functional requirements. In construction phase, code fills architecture after analysis, design, implementation and testing. In transition phase, product is deployed in production. Advantages: changes in requirement are simple and free, as new requirement can be included in next iteration without any cost. Early defect detection and manageable product chunks. Disadvantages: requires complete product understanding for incremental building. Big Bang model. Big Bang model has no defined process with input and output resulting in potentially different products from customer needs. The Big Bang model lacks of planning and requires only developer analysis and coding. This model is only for small projects because there is no testing team or formal testing because there is chance of product failure. Advantages: it is very simple model. Less planning and scheduling is required. The developer has the flexibility to build the software of their own. Disadvantages: Big Bang model cannot be used for large, ongoing and complex projects because it have high risk and uncertainty. Agile model. Agile breaks a product into small incremental builds instead of developing it in one go. Each build adds more feature based on previous functionality. Agile sprints are 2 to 4 week iterations. After each sprint, the product is approved by the owner and delivered to the customer. Feedback is solicited and used to enhance the next sprint. Testing in every sprint reduces the failure risk. Advantages: increased flexibility and ease of adding new features. Feedback and suggestion taken at every stage from customer. Disadvantages: there is no documentation. Agile requires skilled resources. Unclear customer expectation can lead to the project failure. Okay, that's it for today's session in which we learn about SDLC model. We will meet in next video. Till then, bye and never stop learning. Please share this tutorial and subscribe QA Crackers. Thank you.